Hi guys, in this video we're going to look at a question where we're told a rectangular lawn measuring 8 meters by 4 meters is surrounded by a flower bed of uniform width. The combined area of the lawn and the flower bed is 165 square meters, and then you're asked what is the width of the flower bed. So in this problem, we're going to draw out a little diagram. We have a lawn here, as you can see, and we're surrounding it by this red flower bed. Now the flower bed is of uniform width, and what that means is that this dimension, this dimension, this dimension, and this dimension are all the same. So here, since we're trying to find the width of the flower bed, we can let x represent the width of the flower bed. So let x represent the width of the flower bed. Now, if that dimension is x, that dimension is x, this dimension is x, and this dimension is x because the border is of uniform width. So now we have to kind of piece together the information that we're given in this question. You're told that the rectangular lawn is 8 meters by 4 meters, and you're told that the area of the red rectangle is 165 meters squared. So if we label this side length, this length from here to here is going to be 8 meters. So since this distance from here to here is 8 meters, then this distance has to be 8 meters plus 2x, or 8 plus 2x. This distance is going to be 4 plus 2x, because here we have 4 meters plus x gives you this red length here. Now we know that the area of the red rectangle is 165 meters squared. We can, in terms of x, write an expression for the area. We have 4 plus 2x times 8 plus 2x. That's the area of the red rectangle. And we know that that has to be equivalent to 165 square meters. So now we've got an equation set up, and we can just expand this, rewrite the equation in standard form, solve the equation either by factoring or using the quadratic formula. So if we expand this, we get 4 times 8, which is 32, 2x plus 8, which is 16x, and 4 plus 2x, which is 8x. And 2x times 2x, which is positive 4x squared, and that's equal to 165. Now if we combine like terms and subtract 165 from both sides of the equation, we can rewrite this in standard form. We have 4x squared plus 24x minus 133 is equal to 0. Now we can try to factor this using guess and check, or we could have solved it by using the quadratic formula as well. Here, if you try to factor it using guess and check, we know that this number times this number has to give us 4x squared. So we'll guess two values that, or two terms that multiply to 4x squared. We'll guess 2x and 2x. This term and this term have to multiply to negative 133. And the prime factors of 133 are equal to 7 times 19. So since the two numbers have to multiply to negative 133, we'll try positive 19 and minus 7. And now these two values multiply to negative 133. Now the next part in guess and check is that we have to check that the middle term is correct. So the middle term comes from multiplying negative 7 times 2x, which is minus 14x, and we have to add to that 2x plus 2x times positive 19, which is positive 38x. Now negative 14x plus 38x is 24x, and this matches the middle term. So this term here matches the middle term in our quadratic. So we've factored this correctly. Now that we have it factored, we can solve the equation. the solutions to this equation are, well, 2x minus 7 could be equivalent to 0. And if 2x minus 7 is equal to 0, then x... Nope. Then x has to be equal to 7 over 2. Or x, sorry guys, I'm just having a little bit of technical difficulty here. X has to be equivalent to negative 19 over 2. Now x represents the width, that should be an x as well. Now x represents the width of the border. So the width of the border can't be negative. So x is equal to negative 19 over 2 is inadmissible. So the width of the flower bed is going to be 7 over 2 meters, and we can convert this to a decimal because generally we express meters in terms of decimal quantities rather than fractions. So if we convert this to a decimal, we get that x is equal to 3.5. So therefore, the width of the flower bed is 3.5 meters. That concludes this video, and we'll see you in the next lesson.